All right, continuing with properties of logarithms and doing a couple of examples here. Up top, I've gone ahead and I've already put in the properties that we're going to be working with. And as we go through this first example, it is 2 times the log of base 4 of 6 minus the log of base 4 of 9. So we do have like bases, so we can go ahead and use, in this case, we should see that if we have subtraction, then that is going to indicate, right, this thing right here. That's what we're going to be using. So we're looking at the quotient rule, but we also have to remember that we do have this 2 outside, which if we come over here, that is going to be very similar to the power rule. So let's do our powers first. So we can go ahead and reorder this. So that should end up being the log of base 4 of 6 to the second power minus the log of base 4 of 9. And again, now we can, order of operations, however you want to do it, we have the log of base 4 of 6 squared over 9, which is equal to the log of base 4 of 36 over 9, and that is ultimately the log of base 4 of 4. And that, we learned also that what exponent do we raise the base of 4 to get to 4, and that is equal to 1. There you have it. A very simple, straightforward. We used a bunch of different properties there. And let's see here. Let's pick another one. We have the log of base 3 of 9x to the 5th. And what can we do here? Well, if we're going to expand this instead of the other one we just simplified, well, let's talk about expansion. This is the same thing as the log of base 3 of 9 plus the log of base 3 of x to the 5th, because this is technically multiplication, right? 9x to the 5th, that exponent goes only to the power of 5 goes only to the x. So we can turn around and simplify here. Well, we have the log of base 3 of 3 squared plus 5 times the log of base 3 of x. And there you go. I went ahead and used the power rule, right? Brought it around. And I went ahead and just, created a 3 squared instead of having 9. So again, using the power rule here, right? So we can do 2 times the log of base 3 of 3 plus 5 times the log of base 3 of x, and we did just talk about that a log of base 3 of 3 is going to be 1. So this is 2 times 1 plus the 5 log of base 3 of x, or 2 plus 5 log of base 3 of x. And there's your 2 answers for some additional examples here on the property of logarithms. Let's see, is there something, the change of base formula, doing some calculator stuff? We'll get into more examples in class, but this should get you started on your lesson.